Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This tutorial is all about basic bodies. Follow me step by step as I draw it out and as I cut it. Thank you.
Yeah, and the girls no Gucci,
Hello guys.
Prada, Louis,
So this
Louis,
is
too. Came
tutorial
to dripping
on
about
how
me,
to
call
cut
me. You came to test the about one room. Can't control me,
body
can't control me. I'm angry, can't.
So you fold your fabric into two. Fold your fabric into two. You mark your top length. For this tutorial we are using 4. This 4. Mark your shoulder. For this tutorial we are using 1.5. Mark the length of your armhole. We are using 1. After your armhole, 0.5 after your armhole is your bust. You mark your waist. Use 1 for this tutorial. There's measurements for the length from your waist to this place. We assume that the top length is where your hips end. So there's measurements from your shoulder to your armhole. There's measurements. There's an official measurement for it, an average measurement for it. So, but sometimes it varies depending on your client. There's measurements from your armhole to your bust is always 0.5. Then from your bust to waist, is that you measure the person or you follow the normal measurements. Then we have measurements from waist to hip. It's either you measure your client or I give you the normal measurement for everybody. For that, the normal measurement is useful for people that are so ready-made. You understand? Because at least you sew clothes before you sell, so they don't measure people. They have their standard measurements. So there's standard measurement for all this, or you measure it by yourself. So after this, the back from the shoulder, we remove the neck. The standard neck is 3 by 3 for adults. For children is 1/2 by 1/2. Then people that have wide neck, you can use a wider length. So it can be 3 by 4 or 3 by 5 depending on the client. So let's assume this is our 3 and this is our 3. Let's join the neck. This is our neck. If you want a V neck, you bring it like this and ends like this. If you want a rectangle neck, you bring it like this and it like this. Depending on your neck, we have different type of neck. We have hat neck, etc. So everybody, all clothes must have slope. That's compulsory. You can use 1. You can use 0.5. You can use 0.5, 0.75, 1 or 2, depending on the people. We have different type of slope. So when you see some people, you don't notice that slope. When you see some people, you notice that slope very well. So depending on the style. If you are doing turtleneck, the slope has to be very big. It has to be like 2 inches. But if you are doing a neck that is very wide, the slope 0.5 is okay for the slope. So from this slope, you connect to this place. Then for the hand, you measure the bust. For this class, we are using 2 for the bust. This is the bust. Let's use 1.75 for the bust. Then this is the allowance. Then you find the middle of this. There's a standard formula for this armhole. Remember we are removing a particular number from this place. If your armhole is 7.5, you have to start from this place before you measure your 7.5, or you had, let's assume you want to remove 0.5, you had 0.5 to this, which is 8. Then from this place to this place, it has to be 8. Or you remove your slope first before you measure this. People do this kind of mistake very well. So we are done with this. So we find the middle of this. Let's assume this is the middle. So you connect like this. Please, can you reduce the volume, Mommy? So you connect it like this. This is freehand though. If you have a ruler, you can use your ruler, but if you don't have it, you do freehand. This freehand. So there's some clothes that you have to come like 0.5 to the back and connect it like this. If you check your clothes, you will see that there are some clothes that goes like this and there are some that goes like this. For this tutorial, I will be using this one. So to be fast, our bust is still 1.75 and the allowance, our waist cannot be bigger than our bust, depending on the person. If you are sewing for a man, some man has big belly, so you have to be very careful. So for our own waist as a lady, let's assume is 1.5. Then sewing allowance is this. Then let's add another 1 inches for that. Then for the hip, we use 2.25 plus sewing allowance. So that is not compulsory. But I prefer to use that. So if you don't use that, you make sure you are cutting this side. You are cutting your waist that to be so tiny that there won't be any allowance to eat. But for good measurements, you need to use that, because that will start from under bust to after waist, while your cutting will not be like that. So that's why I use that. So that has to be 0.5 after bust, which is 1.5 after armhole. So you draw a straight line, and the straight line has to end at 2 inches before hips. 2 inches before hips. So you connect this, how you connect the line. This place, for this waist, you leave 0.5. This one that we had to this place, that one you divide into 2. You put the half here, you put the half here. We are removing it. That's why we are adding this one to it. Assuming we are not using this dart, I don't need to add this one to it. So you connect the dart from this place, from the under bust to this place, from this place to the hips, then this place to this place, and this place to this place, like this, in a rectangular shape. And you have to sew on this line. You don't need to sew outside this or lesser than this, so it won't affect the clothes. So you join from the bust. It look as if they are almost the same in this cutting, but when we remove the darts, this place will go a little bit in. I think you understand. So this is the end of this class. So let me cut it so you see the result. Be careful when you want to cut your fabric. A fabric might be too big. It's better than for it to be too small. So don't forget the slope. And then let's cut rectangle. I don't like rectangle actually because it opens the chest a lot. Can you see? Does it look like what you want? So, for more of this video, can you just tell me what you want me to do? I can't just be uploading videos.
Tell me, how much you have in your account?
I don't want to be repeating things. I don't want to upload things that
how much is even the other man? That's what I'm trying to understand. You have been so